These are live images coming to you from the Wagah border. Remember, we are tracking the very latest in terms of Sarabjit Singh, who remains in critical condition in Pakistan, with some unconfirmed reports suggesting he may be brain dead. Though his lawyer has told CNN and IBN they're not getting clear updates from doctors who are treating him. What we are seeing is a return of his family across Wagah border. It was an unprecedented decision because they were expected to stay for at least a few more weeks. Lawyer Ovesh Sheikh telling CNN and IBN that the daughter Poonam has been in very poor health, which is why the family is coming back. The family is also expecting, or we're told by Jyoti Kamala, correspondent as well, that Dalbir Kaur, Sarabjit Singh's sister, who has been petitioning everyone on his behalf, plans to come to Delhi to try and meet Sonia Gandhi to see what can be done next. In fact, in keeping with the family's wishes, lawyer Ovesh Sheikh is filing a petition in Lahore High Court today to try and get permission for Indian doctors to visit and try and help treat Sarabjit Singh there at Jinnah Hospital in Lahore, where he's being treated. Pakistani officials essentially saying he cannot be moved out of the country for treatment, which was the Indian government's appeal. That seems to have hit that roadblock there. But this is a petition that's going to be filed in the Lahore High Court on behalf of the family by Ovesh Sheikh. The news is not good coming out of Pakistan. Doctors there suggesting his chances for survival are slim. Remember, he remains in coma, and what's certainly going to be troubling for the family and disturbing indeed are those unconfirmed reports doing the rounds that he is in fact brain dead. Remember, Sarabjit Singh was attacked in Lahore jail. Many questions being raised about how he was attacked while being shifted supposedly to a high security cell. Human rights activist Ansar Barni, among others, raising the issue of a conspiracy, but all of that has faded to the background, with the focus really shifting to his health. His medical condition not good. Doctors are saying his chances for survival are very slim. His family now crossing Wagah border, as you're seeing, earlier than expected. They were given an emergency visa to go and be with him. They were expected to be there for 2 weeks, but they've cut their visit short and not explaining perhaps clearly why, though their lawyer Ovesh Sheikh telling CNN and IBN this morning that it's for the family to explain, though the daughter Poonam has been in very bad health and she's been distraught, visiting with Sarabjit Singh, breaking down there, her health taking a hit as well. Dalbir Kaur is expected to try and meet senior politicians in Delhi, including UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi, is what Jyoti Kamal was reporting to us. She's in fact escorting her sister-in-law and nieces across the Wagah border there. And is expected to make her way on to Delhi. Now, she has been tirelessly crusading for Sarabjit Singh to be brought back to India, and that's, of course, something we haven't seen happen. And with the news of his health deteriorating, there are certainly concerns that hope for his survival is just slipping, it's receding day by day. Now, his lawyer in Pakistan, Ovesh Sheikh, has spoken to CNN and IBN. He's voiced concerns. He has said that there are not regular medical bulletins, that doctors at Jinnah Hospital are being cagey, not revealing the latest information on his health, and that's certainly a cause for concern. So he's going to be taking this matter to the Lahore High Court, filing that petition on behalf of Sarabjit's family to try and get permission for Indian doctors to go there and help treat him at Jinnah Hospital. We do have Parul, who is standing by for more on this. Parul, there's certainly, even as the news is grim and there's less and less hope that Sarabjit may survive this, there's still these options that the family is hoping to exercise, perhaps to send Indian doctors over to Jinnah Hospital if Pakistan allows it.
Yeah, Amrita, but frankly, there's really very little at this point that can be done. Yes, sending Indian doctors is an option. We certainly haven't heard the Indian government propose that option. It could have, remember, after Pakistan denied India's request for Sarabjit to be flown back home for treatment. So there was an option for the Indian government to propose what Sarabjit's family is now proposing. Let's have him looked after by Indian doctors. So it remains to be seen if Sarabjit's family is able to get the Indian government to voice that request to Pakistan. But there are other concerns, of course, his deteriorating situation, also concerns within the family's health as well. We believe Sarabjit's daughter has not kept very well, so she's among those people who are returning. So the family's troubles really mounting. At this point, I think they will want all the support that they can get, particularly from the political leadership, if they want to take this case forward with the Pakistani government and get cooperation from them.
As you're seeing those images here, Dalbir Kaur, Sarabjit's daughter and in fact a wife, crossing Wagah border just a short while ago, and the family faced now very difficult decisions, but they're going to be making their way on to Delhi. Dalbir Kaur is expected to try and meet UPA Chairperson Sonia Gandhi, among other top politicians. We do have Jyoti Kamal on the phone line with us from the border. Jyoti, from what the lawyer was telling us and from what you've been hearing from Dalbir Kaur herself, the family is of course distraught but dissatisfied with the treatment. They're not getting any explanations from doctors there in Lahore, but also the news you are bringing us that she was asked whether Sarabjit Singh should be taken off the ventilator.
Yes, that's right. In fact, the Vice Chairman of the Scheduled Caste Commission, Rajkumar Mehta, has said that she was explicitly asked whether he should be taken off the ventilator support, but they denied getting him out of that ventilator support, saying that that support should be continued. But for now, they have come back to India because the younger daughter, Poonam, also, she's not very well, and in fact, she's been distraught there and quite distressed seeing the condition of Sarabjit Singh, because the last time they met him was in 2008, and for the last 1 year, they have been trying to get a visa to go and visit him once again. They got the visa in a hurry, but definitely this was not the condition in which they wanted to see Sarabjit Singh. So when they saw him there, his condition is definitely not at all right. He's in a very critical state. He has not been responding at all. His stomach has been broken. He has given no indications of recognition or anything, and is in a very deep coma. So that's why they were asked whether he should be taken off the ventilator support, but they are now coming back to India to seek further advice in terms of what could be the next course of action. Should doctors be sent there for treatment? Could he be brought to India? So all these questions, of course, very difficult questions and very complicated questions.
Yeah.
But for now, the family is here in India to try and seek some answers to those questions.
Complicated questions, and of course including what to do about his medical condition as well. Jyoti, that's even as there have been several concerns raised, not just about how he's being treated, but how that attack happened in the first place within a jail, with human rights activist Ansar Barni and others saying that there was a clear conspiracy that needs to be probed.
That's right. In fact, Dalbir Kaur, his sister, has said that she had been writing over the last month and a half saying that there is a severe risk to his life and his security should be beefed up. He was a death row prisoner. He was kept in solitary confinement, but on that particular day, he was exposed to all these 6 prisoners who attacked him, and even after being attacked, he lay there bleeding for quite some time, which led to a massive blood loss from the head injury that he had suffered. So all these questions, that why was he out on that particular day? How were 6 prisoners allowed access to him? Why was nobody noticing that he's been taken, he's been severely and seriously injured? Why was he not taken to the hospital immediately? So all those questions, of course, and along with it, there is also this the statement that has been made that when they were in Pakistan, they were not feeling very secure there, and that's why they have made their way back quickly to India now to seek further advice as to what should be done now in terms of Sarabjit Singh's medical condition.
So they themselves not feeling secure there, they're not sure how to proceed and trying to take a decision on his health, even as that petition is filed on their behalf in Lahore by the lawyer Awais Sheikh to try and get permission for Indian doctors there to help treat him essentially. Though, Jyoti, as we were saying earlier, every single day hopes to see it because he remains in a coma, he remains in critical condition, and there are those unconfirmed reports that he is in fact brain dead, which would perhaps explain why Dalbir Kaur was asked whether he should be taken off the ventilator, though there's no confirmation from Jinnah Hospital, as you're telling us.
That's no confirmation from the Jinnah Hospital, but his condition has remained very critical right from day one, and there has been absolutely no improvement in his condition throughout this time that he has been in Jinnah Hospital. And when there was this talk of shifting him out for treatment, the Jinnah Hospital doctors also said that he is in no position or in a situation where he can be moved out to any other hospital for treatment. He will have to continue to be there because his condition is so critical. So for now, the only question is whether doctors from India could go over there for treating him, but that again is a very complicated question which involves international relations. So in that sense, that's what the family is trying to do now, to take a final call on this entire situation. What needs to be done now? Absolutely.
What needs to be done, and it's a very difficult time for the family. We completely understand that. Of course, they have been distraught, but soldiering on through this. Jyoti, when they say that they're dissatisfied with the treatment, unhappy the way things have been going, does Dalbir Kaur also sound that she feels let down by the Indian government, which essentially has had to deal with this on a diplomatic note?
That's right. In fact, she has been saying that she has been pleading with the Indian government all through to perhaps expedite this entire thing about getting Sarabjit Singh back. But earlier the question was simply whether his death penalty would be commuted, and it was only a matter of time that he would probably spend some time in Pakistan and then finally one day be back in India. But now that hope itself has receded because he might be back in India, but perhaps not in the condition that the family had actually wanted to see him in. So in that sense, they had been all through pleading with the Indian government also to act on this particular case, while the government did act, but perhaps they feel that it was not a strong enough action on the part of the government. But for now, their only concern is what can be done now, considering the fact that he's in a very deep coma. He has shown no signs of improvement at Jinnah Hospital. Does he need better medical care? And if he does, how can that better medical care be provided to him?